Lesson 4. Biology and its importance. There are various types of living organisms found in our surrounding. The living organisms are classified into two groups. They are animals and plants. Biology and its importance. Biology is the systematic study of living beings. Plants and animals are the living beings. Biology can be divided into two branches, zoology and botany. Zoology is the study of animals, and botany is the study of plants. Biology is concerned with our daily life. Adaptation of organisms. Living organisms are found in different types of environment. Various characteristics are developed in their body, and they have different structure to survive in their environment. Adaptation in animals. Some animals live on land, some in water, and some even can fly a long time in the air also. Different types of animals live in different types of land and water. Such as some animals live on deserts, some in cold places, some in ponds, and some in the oceans, etc. The natural place where the animals and plants grow and survive is called habitat. The living place of animals is their habitat. The process of adjustment of animals to their surrounding is called adaptation. Classification of animals on the basis of their habitat. Animals have different types of habitats. Their characteristics, external and internal features are modified according to their habitat. According to the habitat, animals can be classified into the following groups. A. Aquatic animals. B. Terrestrial animals. Aquatic animals. These animals live in water. Their body is best suited to live in water. For this, they have developed some special body features. The aquatic animals are also of two types. 1. Primary aquatic animals. 2. Secondary aquatic animals. 1. Primary aquatic animals. The animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. These animals never had terrestrial ancestors. This includes varieties of fish, snail, octopus, starfish, etc. 2. Secondary aquatic animals. The animals which had terrestrial ancestors but have adapted themselves for life in water are called secondary aquatic animals. These include many groups such as amphibian, for example frog, reptiles, for example turtle, crocodile, snake, tortoise, etc., birds like duck, penguin, crane, etc., and mammals like dolphin, whale, etc. Terrestrial animals. Different animals on land have different habitats. Some live in hot places and some in cold. Some live in holes underground. Animals which live in cold places have long and thick fur, their feet are small but very strong. It is hard for them to live on hot places. The running animals like tiger, dog, leopard, etc. are called cursorial animals. 1. Animals living in cold climate. They have developed thick body surface with thick and long hairs. They have a thick layer of fat just below the skin to keep them warm in the cold climate. Examples, yak, polar bear, etc. 2. Animals living in hot climate. Their body is covered with thin hairs. Their skin is thick. As there is scarcity of water in hot climate, they have to retain water for survival. So, their skin can absorb moisture. Examples, camel, rhinoceros, buffalo, etc. 3. Aerial animals. These animals spend most of their time flying in air. These are called aerial animals. The birds possess hollow bones, boat-shaped body, streamlined body, wings and tail for flying purpose. Examples, housefly, butterfly, sparrow, pigeon, dove, etc. 4. Arboreal animals. Animals like monkeys, squirrels, spend most of their time in trees are called arboreal animals. They have well-developed palm with fingers and grasping tail for the adaptation. Examples, monkey, squirrel, etc. 5. Animals living in holes. They spend most of their life underground, that is in holes under the ground. They have reduced eyesight. Mouth is usually pointed to dig soil. They are also called fossorial animals. Examples, earthworm, snake, rabbit, etc. 6. Cave animals. The animals that live in caves are called cave animals. As there is no sufficient light in caves, their eyes are reduced or become functionless. They are adapted to starve or to live without food for a long time. Examples: scorpion, bat, mouse, slug, etc. 7. Some other animals. Animals like wall lizard, garden lizard, etc. have adhesive pads on their fingers. So, they can crawl on the wall easily. Adaptation in plants. There are different types of plants around us. The plants are different in their shape, size and characteristics. They may be trees, shrubs and herbs. Some are climbers and creepers also. They grow in different regions like desert, cold places, hot places, and even in various sources of water. The adjustment of plants in their environment is called adaptation. On the basis of their habitats, plants are categorized into two types. They are I. Aquatic plants. 2. Terrestrial plants. Aquatic plants. The plants that grow and live in water are called aquatic plants. They are also called hydrophytes. They have special features to adapt themselves to their habitat. There are three types of aquatic plants. They are floating plants, fixed plants and submerged plants. A. Floating plants. These plants float freely on the surface of water. They have a light body due to the air spaces throughout their body which makes them able to float. Pistia, water hyacinth and duckweed are some examples of floating plants. B. Fixed plants. Fixed plants are fixed with the roots in a muddy layer at the bottom of water. Their leaves and flowers float on the surface of water. Lotus and water lily are the examples of fixed plants. C. Submerged plants. Submerged plants remain completely under the water. They are also called underwater plants. Hydrilla and tape grass are the examples of submerged plants. Terrestrial plants. The plants that grow and live on land are called terrestrial plants. They are also called land plants. There are different types of land on the earth like desert wetland, shady land, etc. A. Plants of hot and wet climate. These plants grow in the coastal regions or on plain, terrae, regions of land, in a warm and wet climate. These plants require more minerals and salts from the soil. They grow generally tall. B. Plants of hot and dry climate. These types of plants grow in the desert where the climate is warm and dry. Such plants are called xerophytes. C. Plants of moist and shady climate. Some plants need less sunlight and grow in moist and shady places like under trees or on hills. D. Plants of cold climate. Some plants grow in cold climate with well-developed roots and stems and having narrow leaves, covering with wax, latex, which decreases the transpiration rate. These plants are tall tree and some are small in size. E. Climbers and creepers. Some plants have weak stems and they need support to climb. They have vines and get the support of tendrils developed in stems or leaves. For example, grapevine, beans, pea, longgourd, bittergourd, etc. Differences between aquatic and terrestrial plants. Aquatic plants. 1. They are also called water plants. 2. Roots are poorly developed. Terrestrial plants. 1. They are also called land plants. 2. Roots are